Hello everyone, I'm Biyas and welcome to my channel. So the first video is going to be a book haul, and I've been on a book buying ban. I've been on a book buying ban from the start of this year, and so I finally bought these books from this month. So they're kind of special to me because, like every other person on bookstagram, I'm addicted to buying books, and I had to really control myself for this couple of years. I even visited a bookstore too and did not buy a single one. Moving on. These are the books that I bought recently. Oops. Let's start with the first book. So it's The Village of Eight Graves by Seishi Ikomizo. So this is actually a Japanese classic detective novel, and it's a translated one that I got. This is the third book from this author, and there's I think a lot of books that are in Japanese, but the English translation have only 4 books. I think I'm not exactly sure. So this is the third one that I bought. The first two was the Hoji Murders, which is the most popular, and then the Death on Pokemon Island, which I like the most between these two. So our main character arrives from the city to claim a mysterious inheritance, but then the whole village is cursed from a past incident, or that's what they think at least. And there's a series of murders that is going on, and everyone is kind of suspecting him for this murder because he is a newcomer, and there comes a detective to solve these brutal murders. That is the Village of Eight Graves. Moving on to the next book. Been seeing this book, and there's another book from this author. I think that Appeal was the name, from all over the bookstagram, and I don't know, I just love this cover. Also, I'm into mystery books, so I decided to give it a try, though I have read a lot of mixed reviews as well. So it's about a children's author who wrote some codes in her books, and a child saw them and then showed it to the teacher, but then some days after, the teacher is disappeared, and then the child is our main character who has grown up and still looking for where the codes lead, and because no one knows where it actually leads. I think the teacher found out or something, and then there are some other people who's also looking for the code and where it leads, and everything around it is a mystery. It says Any Blighter meets Agatha Christie, and I am all in. That's anything that's connected to Agatha Christie. Moving on to the next one. It's The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I always thought that it's going to be a standalone book of the series, the Book of the Year series, but then I saw that there is going to be a second book as well. So I think it's also a trilogy or something. I'm not particularly interested in reading folk story. I know that it's about the kid in the Book of the Year series and the little brother of Jude. And he's all grown up, and I think it's his story to become the king or something. I'm not exactly interested in that, but I'm all in for the crumbs we're gonna get on Jude and Carla, because obviously it's a spin-off series. There had to be something of them, right? And also I want to know that what happened to their relationship and how are they doing. I want to know about this universe, but not particularly about both. The next one is, I love this cover, The Wisteria Society of Lady Scroundels by India Holton. Color, yeah, so pretty. It's also the first book of a series. These are, I think, in the Victorian era or Regency. Yeah, Victorian. So female lead, Cecilia is in a society called the Lady Scroundels, and a male lead named Lightbot. He's an assassin who's here to kill the Lady Scroundels. And they meet, and the romance begins. The way they described it is the first thing that caught my eye. It's a Bridgerton meets Peaky Blinders. Not watched Bridgerton, but I have watched Peaky Blinders. I loved it. Because I don't live under a rock, I absolutely know what is Bridgerton about. So I think that would be a dashing combo. And also the other two books that are in this series, I don't think they're going to be connected or something. From the titles, I don't know. They have also very pretty covers, and I don't like romance books most of the time. So if I enjoy it, then I'll probably buy those two together because of the pretty covers. They're so pretty. And one of them was also about witches. So yeah, I'm all in for witches. Moving on. Who are you? This is The Meal House Murders by Yukito Ayasuji. I'm really into Japanese mysteries right now. I love them. So this is also the second book of the author. I did not know that there's a second book. I would have bought it sooner. The first book that I read from the author is Decagon House Murder, and it's about, you can say that it's a Japanese version of And Then There and Agatha Christie. I mean, then it shows that even the characters steal the plot of And Then There Are None, and that's how they stage the murder. That is the story. It's not inspired or anything. It's the characters are also inspired by the And Then There Are None, and that's how they stage the murder. It's a very interesting one, and the name of Agatha Christie, a lot of Agatha Christie books are in the bookstore. It's a very interesting book. I loved it. And if you are interested in checking out, then you can also check out a manga of the same name by the same author. And it's ongoing. It's not finished yet. But I have started it. I have not finished it as well. It was good. It follows the novel. Ever since the horrific car accident, Fujinuma Kiji has lived a reclusive existence in the remote meal house, his scarred face hidden behind a rubber mask. And then some gruesome murder happens, and then a brilliant Shimada Kyushi is not in the previous books. I think he's a new character. I assume he's the detective in the story, and then he comes there to solve the murder. This is also the classic Japanese locked room mystery. Yay! I love locked room mysteries. Moving on to the next book, the last package. Firstly, we've got Bunny by Mona Awad. I think I pronounced that correctly. I love this cover. I don't really like this color, but who started a program in a university, and then there's this rich girl who call themselves Bunny, and it's like a secret society kind of thing. She then also gets the invitation and joins it. And it's a satiric fairy tale horror about female friendship, and mostly the dark side of female friendship. And I don't exactly know what's meant by fairy tale horror, but I am very much intended to find out. But I can see in the reviews they use the names of movies like Mean Girls and Clueless. It's gonna be a good one. The last book of today is one of my favorite book of all time, and I have already read it, as you can assume. But I could not buy it because it was so expensive in here, and it was not available anywhere except Amazon, and even there it was so expensive. So I think I read it exactly last year in Pride Month, and it's June now. So I saw it that the price is finally in my budget, so I bought it. I wish you all the best with Mason Dealer. This book was so educating and heartbreaking, and it's like the perfect one. So it's about Ben the baker who comes out as non-binary to their parents, and their parents thrown them out of the house, which is horrific but so realistic. And then they moved with their older sister, and it's from then it's their journey to high school and surviving high school and coming out again and again to different people and living with their sister who is also have very much problem with their parents. And then there comes Nathan, the love interest, obviously, and he is the perfect character. I mean, he was, I don't know, he was too good to be true. Like, there will never be a human being like him, I think. And I mean, there was this line where we get to know that he has different editions of Pride and Prejudice in his bookshelf. I don't know, I just find it awesome. I love when the MCs are into arts because we get to show this artistic classes and how they are drawing, and I'm so much into that. Like Felix Ever After, that art scene was mind blowing. Also, the Blue Period, the manga, I love this. I love when the MCs are into art and stuff. Most of the book is about Ben's journey and how they're struggling with everything and coming to terms with their own identity with time. And if you haven't read it, it could be the perfect book for this Pride month. Oh my god, I didn't know there was this illustration in this background. It's so cute. This is one hell of a book that is wholesome and heartbreaking simultaneously. So on a side note, we are also getting a movie of this story, and the characters have already been casted and it is perfect. It is so much like the books. I'm so excited for it. I think the shooting is going on, so we'll get to know more about them. Thank you so much for if you have watched till now. I hope it's not as big of a disaster as I think it is. If you like this kind of content, do like, comment and share and hit the subscribe button. And you can also check out our Instagram channel, that is Books, Movies and Stories, that I run with my sister, and it's where I post all of my book reviews and book recommendation and sometimes very silly reels, and it's where I am active most of the time. So thank you very much, until next time.
You've been sending flowers to me.